Man, I'm probably one of the luckiest people in the world to where I can say that for 99% of my life, I have had people around me in my life show up for me, including my parents. I had parents at least where one, if not both, watched every soccer game, every basketball game, every football game, every concert, every performance, every holiday, every birthday, every graduation. One, if not both, were there. And I can't imagine the amount of sacrifices they made over the past 24 years for me in order to make all of those events happen and show up for me. But it definitely taught me a lesson that showing up matters. Yesterday I mentioned how I was at a friend's graduation party, and me being there and stepping out of my comfort zone meant the world to her. It was awesome. I'm glad. I was also the only person outside of her immediate family, her parents and siblings, that got an invite to attend her graduation ceremony today. And, you know, this is just someone that I worked with. I didn't know them. We weren't friends. I've known them less than a year, to be honest. And, you know, our relationship started out as a new trainee at work, right? And somebody that I had to train, but somebody that I was also their boss at the end of the day, right? And, you know, here we are, like, we'll say 8 months later, 9 months later, you know, and we're close. That's awesome, dude. And I was not, unfortunately, able to attend the entire graduation ceremony, but I still showed up. I still made not really the sacrifice, but I had to juggle work. I had to leave because of work. Some stuff came up, right? But still getting to see a smile on their face and just knowing that, like, I came and I was here to celebrate them was all that mattered at the end of the day, right? And I think not a lot of people, like, come to realize that it's the thought that counts, you know. I remember I had a concert in Christmas, and it was like Christmas time, and I was performing at like a super fancy restaurant, to be honest. It was super bougie, and my coworkers had not seen me perform yet, and they were all asking, and I was like, dude, like, you'll probably have to, like, you can't just come sit and hang out. Like, you are going to have to, like, buy something. And I was like, it's expensive. It's like a week until Christmas. I was like, I didn't ask you guys because I didn't, you know, want to burden, you know, all of you with that. Like, I was like, I'll invite you guys to the next one that's hopefully, like, free to come watch, you know. But they all came, as many of them that could. They all sat together, and they all obviously spent money on dinners or appetizers or drinks or whatever, so they could stay and watch me. And, like, that means the world, you know. Like, how cool is that? You know, they showed up. And they didn't care about the music that we were playing. They didn't, you know, care about any of it. They just wanted to be there to support me. And, you know, not all of them stayed for the full gig. You know, they left before, like, at the second set or whatever, and that's fine. I was just over the moon that, like, they wanted to come see me and support me, you know. And so as I've grown older and I've seen the value and the importance of showing up for, you know, the people around you, the people you care about, right? I have always committed to any, like, now that I'm, you know, somebody's boss out there, right? I've always committed to any of my employees that have something special going on in their life. A lot of them are getting ready to graduate. That is so incredible. You know, I'm like, I'm there, guys. Like, you need help hosting your grad party? Like, I've got resources. Like, come to me. I want to do this for you. Right? Getting invites to those is incredible because again, like I'm just a guy, right? I'm not their family. I've known them for a year, 8 months, 6 months, however long, and they're inviting me out to come to this monumental life moment, this crazy life accomplishment, you know. But I've like celebrated all their birthdays privately for them because they mean a lot to me, you know. A lot of them play sports. I've come to all of their games, as many as I could make, because I want them to always feel like I want to be that guy that always, like, someone out there always knows that, like, there is someone here watching when they have no one, you know. I remember being in college and music school, and obviously being in a different state, I don't have any friends, I don't have any family in that state. I had my brother, and he came to as many of my performances as he could. I had performances on the... What is it? I had multiple performances each week, and my brother showed up for as many as that he could and as many that he was allowed to come watch, And even then, my parents would, like, pay. We'd sometimes be on TV. My parents would, like, pay or find a way to watch the game from their TV just so they could, watch a 3-hour game just to catch me playing for 20 seconds or whatever it is, right? Like, that is... They don't teach that. You can't teach that, Like, I am tremendously, like, just grateful and lucky, like, that I have had people do this for me. And I'm really not trying to brag, because I know so many people out there, like, don't have it as good as I did. And I realized that. And that's why I've, like, always tried my best. It was like, if someone asks me to do something for them, I'm going to do it. If someone needs me to be there for them, I will do it. If I will make myself available in any capacity to support them, because again, like, I would never want someone to feel like they don't have someone, Everyone deserves that opportunity to feel celebrated and cheered for, big or small. Doesn't matter what it is, right? I'm gonna try something like this. I think I'm starting to realize I made a mistake with the trapdoor placement. But even, it's little, like, in my Discord, I have quite a few of my Discord members make their own videos, do their own content, and I always show support. I always watch every video that I can, when it comes out. If not, I will get to it, right? There's only so many videos I can watch in a day, But it's like, yeah, that I'm sure, like, that means a ton to them, It doesn't have to be crazy big, I'm not... They're not naming their firstborn kid after me, It's just like they want me to watch your video, and I want to support them just as much as, they want me to watch the video. If not, I really want to watch it. I want it more, right? I think that's what I've really built my community on, is, like, showing love and support for one another. And really treating them as, like, they have as much influence on, like, my YouTube channel as, like, I do, Like, I'm just here to hang out. I think that looks a lot better. So let's go ahead and do that all the way around. but like I'm always asking for feedback, and I think to work up the courage and ask like someone to that like you maybe not idolize but look up to and really want feedback from, it takes a lot to ask for like, hey, can you please give me advice on this video? What could I have done better? And like, let's be real, dude, I have no clue when it comes to this YouTube stuff what I'm doing. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna pretend like I do. I have no clue. Right? But at the end of the day, like, it's hard making yourself vulnerable and putting yourself out there, asking for what ways you can improve on, because on the other side, right, it might not be good. It's really hard to put yourself out there and work really hard on something that you're passionate about, and then be told that like, hey, like I would have done everything completely differently. And I've never done that way. I think there is moments that can be celebrated, even when, like I said, I have a background in teaching. I never once phrase anything like that. Because if someone's never done something for the first time, how can you expect them to get everything right the first time? There's a lot of just fundamentals that can be improved on, but also can be like, yeah, you're doing a great job with this. Like, I would tweak this or that, but figure that out, yourself. Learn to figure out what you like, Like, I had this channel in my Discord for, what did I call it? Like, just like a group, it's like it's not a it's not a text channel. I'm not good with Discord. Like a poll or something like that, where people can, ask for advice strictly on YouTube stuff. And I'm not saying that I'm not the guru. I did not phrase it that way. I'm just like, hey, if you are passionate about doing something and you just want someone out there that's willing to give you an extra set of eyes on this, like, I'll do that for you. It won't hurt. And I think asking for help is most definitely a strength. It's not a weakness, and it's an underexplored emotion that more people should check out. Oh yeah, that's looking great. Oh, I almost didn't make that, I feel like. That could have been bad. Okay. This is done. Oops. Oh, no, I don't remember the pattern I did for this. Shucks. Okay, let's find the middle. We'll go with that, or like reverse it. Trapdoor, slab, trapdoor, slab. I think that looks better. Sweet. Finally getting somewhere on this, dude. For those of you that might be new and aren't quite sure what I'm kind of trying to do here, this is like gonna be like another portal that I'm spending way too much time on, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't even need to do this much with it, but we'll go one more out like this. Actually, and you know what? I'm gonna get rid of this one too. Actually, I kind of want to overhang. No. What does that look like? I think that probably looks a lot better. Yeah, something that I've gotten a lot of feedback on at work with my team is that they feel so supported, which is my goal. I've had so many different bosses where it's like they're non-existent, you know, like when they're not at work, you have no, like, they're on the other side of the planet, right? You know what I'm saying? So I'm always like, hey, like, I don't care if something comes up and it's my day off, or like even if I'm like supposed to be like on my off day, or like I said, or it's an emergency and you can't get a hold, like, you can call me. I will always be there, you know. Like, I don't care what I have going on, you know, because like I said, I've been on the other side where it's like stuff starts acting up, you have no clue, your boss is nowhere to be found. That's a sucky feeling. And I even did that before I got my big promotion, you know. I was like, you can call me. Like, please. I will always pick up. You can ask me questions, you know. That's just the right thing to do, in my opinion, you know. Like, regardless if it's my quote unquote like job or not, or like in my job description, like, no. I've gotten so many phone calls at 4:30 in the morning and 11:15 at night, right, with like people having questions and needing help, and I was playing with fire on that. Like, not knowing what to do, right? Need help. I'm like, dude, I am so there. And it's like, you gotta have somebody there if the company is gonna run pretty much 24/7, right? Okay. We are making some really good progress. Can I please place on this? No! Shucks. Shucks, man. I really wanted to place a trapdoor on that. That's gonna upset me. Dude, I don't know. I want it to be lower. See, whoa. I'm a terrible builder, dude. I have no clue what I'm doing up here. Oh. We'll figure it out. Actually, you know what? Skip it. So these ones I can't either. I think that I'm going to need some time to think on this, how this roof is going to get kind of put together now. Like, I had a vision, and I gotta rethink, like, just like what the limitations of like the game mechanics are going to allow me or prevent me from doing. Yeah. Okay. Hey, that's okay. Like, we're gonna get this done eventually. I got nothing but time. But hey, thank you so much for joining me here today. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you're having a great day, and I will see you tomorrow.